So now, karibu tu Albua Cinema. Kitu wa kwanza, subscribe, like, algorithm, mambo kama hayo. Now, I'm doing a follow-up on a video that I did last week when I was reviewing Volume, the Kenyan Netflix series. And this time, there was something that was floating around about there's a Nigerian film called A Tribe Called Judah. Now, this film is the highest earning Nigerian film of all time. It has made, as you can see here, just quickly over here, it has made 1 billion naira. Let us do the mathematics. I think the naira is at about 5-6 shillings. So 1 billion naira. Let's look at that 1 billion naira there. If you divide by 5, this is a clean 200 million Kenya shillings. 200 million Kenya shillings. Now, can I tell you this something that is not strange to anyone? They made this money being themselves, producing their content, their movies, their being original. They are not trying to pander to any funny groups in the West. They have to insert things in there to try and pander to actually a very small group of Westerners, to be honest with you. They didn't try to pander to feminisms, LGBTQs, you whatnot, to make 200 million Kenya shillings in their theaters in Nigeria. Now, this this film is produced by Funke Oyotunde Akindele Network. Your Funke is, I think, is legendary over there. If you can see here, this guy is responsible for the top 2 highest earners. He seems to have a pulse on what Nigerians want. And the second one got 668 million naira. I think that translates to what is that? 600 divided by 5. Let's see, 668 million divided by 5. 133 million Kenya shillings. Like these numbers, they make my eyes water. And you see, we've all seen, like over the years, we've seen what they've been doing, preparing for such moves. They've been producing authentic, a lot of it, honestly, I didn't like, but they went at it. A lot of it was cringe, some was badly produced, but they stayed at it. And one by one, they started producing high quality. Now, I don't think we have the same advantages as they do, so it probably would not work as well for us, but it will still work. We don't have 100 million, adults who can buy things. We in Kenya, but we do have it in East Africa. All right, we don't have a culture that's already set up for film going and whatnot, but there is something to start on, so long as you manage your budgets. All right. At the same time, being able to expand our base, who we sell to, who watches our films, East Africans being number 1 target, the rest of Africa, Europe, America. All these people have done this progressively. They have not so much, They have not so much compromised themselves to be able to do this good business. So there's that, and you see them, there's movies making that 130 million range. Like there's this one, Omo Ghetto, Battle of Booker Street, The Wedding Party made 452, Wedding Party 2 made 433. But you see, this is the thing, we can see the Nigerians' numbers. Where are our numbers? You guys who shown films in the theaters, who've have your movies on platforms, Netflix, Amazon, Iroko, whatever the case may be, my movies, something. Why aren't we seeing your numbers? Why? Yeah. Why are we not seeing your numbers? Like, seriously, because this is the thing. We have not formed a culture, and the way we are going about it, because now I want to go in to what actually that has brought this on as far as I'm concerned. There is a move indeed, especially if you're not making business sense with your movies from the viewing public that pays for tickets, that you love funders. Like, for example, if Netflix give you a deal, they'll have their stipulations. You need to put this, and that. They bring you writers to show you what to write, not how to write, what to write. And it's quite clear because our stories are not hitting our people. They're not getting a response from our people. And even abroad, when you look at the numbers that Netflix released, our movies are not moving people. We know what that is, man. We are not here to pretend that, okay, we are set up, whatnot. Like, for example, there's a movie, Bangarang. I think you've heard of it. It's a movie that was handling, say, the post-election violence. It's a movie about that we had. It's produced by Robbie Odongo. That movie has won awards everywhere. I wouldn't say it's the highest production value, but because I know how much money they got to do the movie and what he went through to be able to do those street, he had a lot of like street scenes, like the riots and whatnot, and I understand what you have to go through to make that happen. That movie has won. It's also, I think, on Netflix now. I'm going to review that shortly. I wanted to do a live stream with the director, I think writer, director, producer, Odongo first. I wanted to release that first. I wanted to do it with him first. Then I'll do a review of that movie, or vice versa, whichever way. But you see, if you look at the story, it's authentic us. There's no inserting things in there or whatnot. There's nothing. It's and it's done better than all these other movies that seem to be targeting a small portion of Kenyans that I don't even think care that much. Like, a lot of these stories don't feel authentic. Because we are dealing about people's feelings here. And the moment something doesn't feel like we are in the same wavelength, because the authenticity is in there. That's why people can enjoy Chinese movies, Korean movies, American movies, Indian movies, worldwide. Because the authenticity of whatever they are trying to say. But when we are allowing people who now, for little money, it's not 133 million. For little money, you're starting to add things that make your product unpalatable to your first primary audience. And when you're doing that, what are you doing? You can't make the money. Our theaters don't show. Our guys, maybe your friends will show up on first day of your premiere, then they go away because they support our guy. But generally speaking, because word of mouth after people have watched the first round is what really... I don't know, something happened in the camera. But word of mouth after the first people have viewed the film, those are the ones that propel it to the next level. As long as we are continuing to be inauthentic, not working with the best people, always just looking for the most, how do I say this? We're very myopic, like short-sighted. You're not looking at the long game. So I am going to continue this series because I'm going to have a review of the worst MCU film of all time, the Marvels. Same disease as to why our films don't make the viewers respond. All the politics and the weak scripts. You can put politics, but you have to write a good story, brother. Don't just go there and put your rubbish over there and you think people will respond. People don't care anymore. They have too much to watch. So you have to compete for the eyeballs. So I'm going to do that review and also to show you that the biggest companies in the world are failing at this because of this bad strategy that we must fight against. I'm just speaking the truth. Otherwise, our industry here, now we're starting having to foreigners deciding what we write because they are paying our bills. Because we've to make a tar, to chase our fans here, like locally, Africa-wide, all over the world. We've refused to go and look for them. We have social media, we have what? But we've refused to do stories that will entice those people, so that we just go looking for these two fundings. But these people want you to bend backwards. It's not even a lot of money, but you guys are selling out for nini. Ndio mnajificha huko makona ndio tunaona product imetoka hivi and wondering.
Subscribe to Alboa Cinema.